Welcome to NBA Pub Hub on Pub Sports Radio. Salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. The NBA is a hell of a drug, and you're looking at the plug. Yeah, man. It's Tombstone Tuesday, so it's only right. We got Billy the motherfucking kid in the building. Mr. Billy Briz, how we feeling, my guy?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Good prop day for today. Trying to make up for yesterday. Guy banged on the hook with a Walker Kessler prop. A little bit bittersweet day yesterday, but feeling more intrigued about this slate. I felt like yesterday was more of like a fuck it. We made money over the weekend.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those Medicaid Mondays, full infect for sure. My guy, it's Tuesday, so it's only right. We got Mr. La. It's Mr. I don't give a shit. It's Derl. How we doing, my man?
Yeah, man. Can't call it, man. It was a good weekend for me. Made a couple plays yesterday, and those were able to cash. Didn't really get up on the interwebs, but I'm happy to be back as usual with you, Billy, and yourself, Dutch. Always good to talk ball with y'all. And everybody, peace and love to in the chat, man. Let's get to work.
Yes, sir. It's where we break bread and hit them straight over the motherfucking head. The association has not been too nice to your boy, though. I'm going to stand on it. I'm going to tread lightly. Had P-Town first half last night. They fucked around and then, did what they did full game. So it just can't get right now. Took 3 days off and still got hit over the motherfucking head yesterday. But we will find our way. Believe that. Shout out to LG in the chat. Res Mob. Good to see you, my man. Hey, yo, D in the building. Whack Prescott, good to see you. Ain't seen you in a minute. As always, Adam Larkin in the building. And the young lady, Tasha. We love our ladies. Good to see you, Tasha, in the building as well. Let's get to it. We got a 7-piece. That's right. A motherfucking touchdown on a Tuesday. Let's get to it. We got the Chicago Bulls going into the Indiana Pacers. Fresh off a nice little win against the Hawks at the crib. They are opening here as a 2-point favorite against the Indiana Pacers. A total of 234. We got 63% of the bets on the Chicago Bulls and 93% of the money following it up. They have won 3 straight basketball games, as I mentioned most recently. A tough, good-fought basketball game in Atlanta, where a lot of sharks were on Atlanta, obviously due to the fact of that travel to Chicago. I believe it was in Paris, and they came back and handled business against an Atlanta team. Been playing better basketball, but the late scratch of DeAndre Hunter could have a little affected that as well. This NBA fuckery always in some effect. We got to dodge it. As the Grizzlies last night, as we seen, it still got through. But let's get to the Pacers. The Pacers, no Halliburton, no bueno. They've lost 7 motherfucking straight basketball games since homeboy got hurt. They do have the Magic on deck tomorrow as well. Are we fading the Indiana Pacers here? Billy.
This is a hard game, man. I'm leaning towards the Bulls, but I don't really think they're in a bad travel spot here. I mean, if you've ever seen the distance from Chicago to Indiana, man, I mean, that's a jump, skip, and a bump. I mean, that's from Jersey to Philadelphia, man. That isn't a far – they probably drove there. To be honest with you, the Bulls are 6-2 ATS in the last 8 road games, 6-2 ATS last 8 games overall. Highest over-under day, and deservedly so. I mean, the Pacers overs have been smashing this year, 39-18-1 Pacers. The last 58 home games have gone over. Favorite prop in this game is Zach LaVine over 25.5 points, minus 125. He's been shooting it really well of recent, averaging 30.5 points over his last 8 games. Pacers allow the most points to the shooting guard position, and LaVine smashed this matchup earlier this year. He had 28 points, 6 3-pointers, and 10 made free throws, and he's had 26 points in 6 out of his last 8 games. Even with DeRozan and Vucevic, I expect LaVine to be the star of this game here tonight.
I dig it. Our guy, Mike M., king of the pimp slap play of the motherfucking day, giving us some strong stats here. Strong stats here for, as always, but definitely not only for the Bulls, but the Pacers, sounding like an under here. So I do want to touch on that, Daryl. Before, when you break down, let's touch on that under on the total as well. If you don't have a play on it, let's definitely touch on it. But what you think about this basketball game, my guy?
Yeah, man, if you know with this one here. And so I'm just going to keep going back to the well on this one. Pacers are rested, but they absolutely suck in the first quarter right now. Just looking at some stats right now, as it stands, Bulls are second in the league to first quarter spreads. Second in the league, right under Denver right now. In their last 10, 7-2-1. And one of those losses came on yesterday. right? But these guys are absolutely killing first quarter spreads. On top of that, they are better away. They have a better away record than they do at home. And just to put a little bit more seasoning on this, Pacers last in the league in covering first quarter spreads. Last in the league. Their last 10, 2-8. And what do you know? They actually are worse at home. They are worse at home. So it's a play that I like, man. I really do. I'm going to stick with it. Bulls -0.5 first quarter. I think that's a good spot. We know there is a back-to-back, but Billy touched on the travel not so much. I think you can get at least a good first quarter from them. I was almost a little leery to stay off of it just because of the low amount of points they had in yesterday's game against the Hawks. They scored only 17 points. But the last time these two teams played against each other, Bulls 38 points, Pacers 27 points. I like that first quarter. I already stepped on it.
Yeah, I dig that. I dig that look right there. And I believe Halliburton was out there as well. He played in that basketball game, and they beat him by 15 in Chi-Town, up 18 at the half. So I like Chicago here early. I'm gonna endorse that with my guy Derl. The total, no look on that really from my perspective. But with what Mike M is bringing out there, I couldn't rock the other way. I definitely think though Chicago is a better basketball team. Shouldn't be too tired. Maybe early though, off the back-to-back. It was a big win last night against Atlanta, but they're playing good basketball. They're playing good ball. I like the Levine. Levine's checked in since that little incident in the locker room with Donovan, and we know we're going to get out of DeRozan. And Patrick, Patrick Williams, he been coming around too. He had a game last night. He was playing, so I mean, if he can give you that, and Vooch can continue to do what he do. Shout out to Ski and everyone that was on Big Vooch last night. I like the Chicago Bulls, man. Low key, I want them.
Pat was balling last night. Though.
Yeah,
right?
I was looking at his props, man. It's -104, but you can get Pat Will at least 2 threes at -104 in some books, maybe plus money somewhere. But he has hit that number in these past 4 games, so he's giving you between 4 and 6 attempts. So I'm coming really close to adding that Pat Williams. At least 2 threes. That's good money.
Yeah, man, I like that. And then you get the, Caruso. He's going to give you full energy. They got some guys that can lock down as well. So the suspect thing to me is with Chicago is a perimeter. Definitely protecting the paint as well, but mainly the perimeter. Can they knock down open threes? Outside of Levine, I don't really trust anybody shooting the 3 on that basketball team. But let's get to this next basketball game. And Jai Thornton, we appreciate you, man. Hardworking man. Got some time to tune in. Good shit, my guy. Good shit. Everyone, if you would, hit the like button right now and share the video, obviously, as well. And if you've not subscribed to Pub Sports Radio, well, goddamn it, become a motherfucking member and support the movement. Let's get to South Beach because it sounds pretty nice place to be right now. Let's get to MIA. We got the Boston Celtics coming to town, fresh off an ass whooping. We called it last night, but your boy didn't press the button. Magic +8 was definitely good money, man. They was thinking about South Beach already. We talked about it yesterday, but unfortunately, I could not press the motherfucking button. But they are now Boston Celtics are 4.5-point underdogs, a total of 215.5. And if you're thinking, wow, damn, we got the Boston Celtics at 4.5-point dog, well, there's a reason. And there is 60% of the money on the Miami Heat at this time. We have no Al Horford. We have no JB. We have no Marcus Smart, and we have no Malcolm Brogdon. This literally looks like a Miami Heat situation, but on the other side of the motherfucking basketball team. So now we'll go to the Miami Heat. And the Boston has won 9 out of the last 10 basketball games until they went to Orlando and now have lost 3 straight basketball games to the Orlando Magic this year. On the other side, we got the Miami Heat. I won't believe it, but when I looked at their fucking injury report, really nobody out there that matters really is not playing basketball. And I don't think I could say that all fucking year. Duncan Robinson, I believe, is the only one who won't be suiting up. They have won 2 out of the last 3, most recently the Pelicans on Sunday. What we doing with this basketball game, is Daryl?
Not a goddamn thing. Not a goddamn thing at all. I'm not going to touch it. You missed it if you were on Miami, I guess, at -2, but that was already preparation for knowing that there was going to be some fuckery with this injury report, right? But nobody's playing. Nobody's playing for Boston. So it's one of these. This is how shitty the NBA can be. Watch this game be won by Boston why everybody has ran to the board to go bet the Heat on this. It's just like that Denver game with Joker and everybody sat and they still beat the Clippers. It's just one of these teams, man, or one of these types of situations here to where there's going to be a lot of money on the Heat and you're going to still see Boston fuck around and find out and win this game. So for me, I just have no interest in it at all. Everybody's out this game. It's just if you didn't bet it early, then you missed it. So just stay off of it.
Yeah, man. As I tweeted out last night, the NBA is a difficult bitch. It really is. Just off of what my guy Derl said. It's this motherfucker. It's like the opposite happens, man. It's fucking crazy shit. Shout out to MMA Jesus showing our guy Billy some love. Leonard Porsche in the building. Good to see you, my man. Saturated as well. Rob Free. I see you, my dude. Billy, you like this basketball game, my man?
Yo, my favorite quote was last year when you tweeted out the NBA is like the mid shift at the strip club. Yeah, the middle of the day shift at the strip club. And this is a prime example of this basketball game, man. I mean, this is a hard basketball game. I mean, like everything tells you to bet the Heat, but do it if you want, man. Because closing line value has not been the wave this year, man. Closing line value has put a dip into my pockets, and it's just like. Sometimes it's just the spot, man, and the Celtics have the spot here a little bit. I know they're in the second half of a back-to-back, but they have really good second half back-to-back records. I mean, what's a back-to-back if half the team's out? I mean, half the team ain't really play. I mean, I know Peyton Pritchard's got some young legs, and he's going to be going out there tonight. Sam Hauser coming off the bench. We'll probably see a lot of him tonight. I mean, Robert Williams is going to be down low. I think he could bang with Bam. It don't sound that bad once you really started throwing up the matchups and stuff like that. I kind of lean towards the Celtics pulling this one out. I'm not going to go to the window and bet it. Prop-wise, though, I like Jason Tatum over 5.5 assists. I didn't bet it, but it's definitely there for the taking. We saw a similar situation last night, and without the two primary point guards, I mean, he was out there hooping there for the Celtics, man. He led the team with 7 assists on a potential 11 assists, and he didn't even record an assist in the last 9 minutes of that game. So, I mean, the 5.5 assists at -105 could be a good look. But I think I'm with it's Derl, man. Fuck this basketball game, man. If you didn't get in early, don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Yeah, man, it's a tough basketball game. Shout out to Mike M here, liking Oladipo over 3.5 assists plus 120 is good money. Yeah, man, it's like the mischief at the strip club. It ain't it, bro. It ain't it. You do not want to go to the strip club midday, please. Do not do that to your goddamn self. I kind of agree with both of you are saying here, as well as Billy towards the end here. They're going to be rested, obviously, because these boys, it ain't really a back-to-back, because everyone who played last night ain't fucking playing. So Boston does have some guys off the bench. If they can catch hot from that perimeter, I mean, watch the fuck out. So this number could get a little carried away, and it could be on Beantown here. Let's get to this next game, though. Let's go to New York, man. Madison Square Garden. We got the motherfucking Cavaliers coming to town. Let's see here. What's the line here? I believe it's 3 right now. Let me get a line up there. If I could, Vic, I believe it's a 3-point line right now. 62% of the bets on the Cavs, 86% of the money on the Cavs. As you see, we do have a line at 3.5 and a total of 221. Shop around, of course. The Cavaliers, are off 2 days rest off a win against the Milwaukee Bucks on Saturday. Kind of been up and down of late. Most importantly, Spider Mitchell is back in the lineup tonight. The Knicks, on the other hand, have kind of came back to reality a little bit. Quickly is questionable, and no Mitchell Robinson down low. I'm sure he'll be missed going against the two towers of J.A. and, of course, Mobley. Now, they have lost 4 straight basketball games, 2 straight at the crib. The last 2 basketball games, the Raptors came to town, beat them, as well as the Washington Wizards. What we doing this basketball game, Billy?
Yeah, this is another rough one here. I like the Cavaliers in this one. I mean, the Knicks' recent form has completely fallen off since Mitch Robinson's injury.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 4 ATS last 4 games overall, and they're 1-4 ATS last 5 home games. And this isn't really a good look either. I mean, I feel like the Cavs haven't really been the most reliable road team. They're 4-12-2 ATS last 18 road games, but the Knicks have allowed a total of 125.75 points per game in their last 4 games. I think they're going to be fireworks in MSG tonight. I like the Cavs team total over 111.5 at -114. And prop wise, 2 are standing out for me in this one. Jared Allen over 8.5 rebounds. No Mitch Rob down there. Allen had 13 rebounds in the first matchup against the Knicks. So I think there's some value on his 8.5 rebounds, and Donovan Mitchell over 25.5 points. I mean, the Knicks have just been struggling defending backcourts. If you haven't watched the Hawks or the Raptors game, man, not in the loop, man. The Knicks, I don't know what's up with them right now. This is a good spot here. I love attacking opposing stars when they play in MSG. I like the Cavs team total over.
I dig it. Go ahead, my guys. Derl, how you feeling about this basketball game?
Yeah, it's I don't know what comes into more action, and that is, do we fade the star player on the first game back theory? Are we doing that here with D Mitch coming back? Are we also not? We're seeing how big of a role that Mitchell plays, and he's not there now. So these Knicks covering these first quarters, and more specifically their first half, they're still top in the league, 7-3 in their last 10. Which one carries more weight? And that was something I had to go back and forth with. Would I take the Knicks first half still, in spite of all their problems? This is probably not a good spot to take them because of the towers that Cleveland has. Cleveland does have the longer rest here, and now we have the star player coming back. So how does that kind of come into play here? I don't have a solid play, but I would lean the Cavs only because the Knicks they're just in trouble until Robinson can get back on that court. They're going to miss the boards there. And when you look at the 4 factors of basketball and how they carry into this specific game, those offensive and defensive boards are going to matter, and they're not going to be there for the Knicks. So yeah, you could probably look at some props here for Randall, probably props here for Brunson, but still ultimately overall, I think that Milwaukee win, even though there wasn't their players there against Milwaukee, they did win that game. They had 2 losses prior to that. They need to get back into their winning ways, that being the Cavs. So I do like the Cavs here, just haven't made it official.
Yeah, I dig it, man. Shout out to our guy Picks from Dave. I see my man Richard in the building. I think I like the Cavs here too. I haven't bet anything official yet here. I want to talk it out a little bit. The more we talk about it, and the more I'm looking at it, I think the Cavs are to play here. 3 don't really scare me here. I think what it comes down to, obviously, you touched on it with Robinson being out. The rebounds should definitely be an edge. Also, we do have somewhat of a win factor here. They lost by 11. Not too long ago here in December. Yeah, December in New York here. No Jared Allen in that basketball game, and I think he will be a key. Obviously, Mitchell Robinson did play in that basketball game, brought down 11 boards. So no Mitch there. We get J.A. back, and obviously Donovan Mitchell coming back. It could affect him in a negative way. I don't really believe so. It seems like that team is kind of bought into what Birkenstaff has going on there. Donovan Mitchell was playing some really good basketball before he got hurt. I do think the backcourt will simply be too much. Donovan Mitchell, with Garland, I think there's too much. And the perimeter shooting the lack of perimeter shooting from the Knickerbockers will show up big here. So give me I think the rebounding as well as the perimeter shooting for the Cavaliers will just be too much for them. So give me the Cavs -3. It's good money. Let's get to this next basketball game. The Nuggets. We got the Denver Nuggets going into the Pelicanos. We got an opening line here of Nuggets -1. We got a total of 230. Now, a lot of question marks here coming in here with obviously the Joker. Big question mark. Is he going to play or is he not? Did not play last game. No Michael Porter Jr. obviously has already been announced out. And Bones Highland, who can catch fire with the quickness, is questionable as well. Actually, the Nuggets, they don't really lose that much at home, but they did just lose to the OKC at the crib. Had won 9 out of the last 10 basketball games up to that. And very important here when we look at the Joker will play. They do have the Milwaukee Bucks on deck tomorrow. So we'll look into that. Now, when we look at the Pelicanos, they have lost 4 straight basketball games. No Zion, no BI back yet. Marshall is questionable. And they do play division rival Minnesota Timberwolves on deck tomorrow as well. Tough basketball game. What are we doing with this, Daryl?
Yeah, it's a strong lean for me. Maybe this is more of a gut play, but you can't fade a team who is #1 in shooting in the first quarter and #1 ATS in the first quarter. Like, how do we do that? And this is even without Joker. right? They're still covering these first quarter spreads. You got a short number here, and maybe that is in preparation for one or two of these guys to be ruled in, right? So as of late, man, the last 10 Nuggets 6-3-1 in first quarter spread, but the problem is so are the Pels. The Pels are right now 6-3-1 themselves. And so you got a short line. I could see this being a first quarter over, but I just cannot fade a team that is the number one scoring team in the league in the first quarter and the number one team in the league in covering these first quarter spreads. So I do have a huge lean to Denver first quarter, but I will wait for this injury report.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Swiss Cheese. I see you, my dude. As always, hashtag free big happy. Much love, my man. Shout out to John Lee, too. Come on now. Let's run up them likes. Let's run up them motherfucking likes. Nasty Nate, I see you, my man. Mr. Trifecta, is it full effect tonight, my guy? Is it with the B squad? Let us know. Let us know. Mr. Always
Nate.
Prophet, good to see you as well. Star Child, the regular, my man. It's the regular. Good to see you as well. Billy Briz, how we feeling about this basketball game, my guy?
Whew, this is the trickiest line of the day, man. I mean, we already got news that Porter is out. Highland and Jokic are both questionable. And with the Jokic one, I mean, we thought it was more of a rest spot that he was going to miss. And motherfucker's been, I'm looking at the days, it's been like 3-4 days. Jokic's been MIA. In first half of the back-to-back, he might fuck around and not play tonight. And if he doesn't play tonight, I mean, man, I bet the Nuggets live against the Thunder, dude. That shit was tough to watch. I smoked the wood while watching the game, lost the bet, and smoked the wood after I lost the bet. That's how much I didn't get high, man. It was not mile high up there in Denver, man. I don't want to bet on Denver without Jokic in there. The Pelicans have Marshall, who's currently questionable, and he's their second best defender. If Marshall was out and Jokic was out, I would probably lean towards the Nuggets probably winning the game. But, man, it's hard to bet it. If Jokic were to miss, Joe Val would be in a really good spot here. And if Marshall were to miss, Trey Murphy would be the main beneficiary. But this is a game that is very injury news dependent, and we won't get that until probably like 5 or 6 o'clock East Coast time, probably 7 or 8. So this is going to be dependent.
I hear you, my man. Look at here. My guy, Jai Thornton, coming through with some. I think this is pretty solid right here. Pelican will need to bounce back at the spot he's looking. The Nuggets will catch them back in 3 days at the crib, 3 games, excuse me. So that's I like to look at that a lot actually. So they will be back. So will we see Joker tonight? Who knows? They will be playing these boys here back at the crib very shortly. So maybe it is a Pelicano spot. No play for me here. In this
I'm so glad I didn't run to the window on this one either, man. So yeah, these are good things to know. But for real, it could be a Pel spot.
Exactly.
I feel like the line's telling you to bet the Pelicans.
I feel like it because when you see the Nuggets -1, it's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But we'll check it out. There's no play for me. Go with what you say. Sometimes I feel like we rely a little too much on the injuries. Kind of going with what Mr. Thornton says. It doesn't really matter who's going to be on the court for the tonight. But I like to know who's playing.
It does. But the back-to-back MVP is questionable.
Joker, you want absolutely. I do like to know who's playing. But it's crazy in the NBA this year, especially. It really, it's like pick your poison. Whoever's suiting up, just cap the fucking game because you don't want to switch it if someone gets called out. I'll tell you that. Let's go here to this next basketball game. 2 bummy motherfuckers, man. I actually looked down, but now the Mavs kind of are bummy. I was going to the Hornets Suns, but let's get to this. Let's get to this Wizards Dallas Mavericks. The fucking Luka the Don. I'm so depressed when I talk about the Mavericks. How much money I love from these motherfuckers. We got the Mavericks. The Mavericks are a motherfucking favorite by a touchdown too. I had to look at that twice. So you already tell you where I'd probably go with this game. But yeah, we got 53% of the bets on the Wizards, and we do have a total of 226. Excuse me. We do have 88% of the money, however, on the Dallas Mavericks. No KP, so he's ducking the boys. He's ducking Dallas. They want to go back to the D. He is being reevaluated. They have won 2 straight basketball games and do have the Houston Rockets on deck tomorrow. From the Mavericks perspective, man, they've been fucking suspect as fuck. They do have no Christian Wood now as well. They have coming off a loss to the Clippers on Sunday and have lost 4 of the last 5 basketball games. They cannot get it right. I don't know if Kid can push the right buttons. What the fuck's going on in Dallas? But it ain't right. What we doing with this basketball game, Billy?
Man, this is the basketball game of the motherfucking day. This is the game that's either going to make me go broke or I'm going to die as a fucking legend, man. This is a legendary game right here, man. Special Jim Whitty over 18.5 points. I mean, you can go there, minus 125. I don't mind it at all without Christian Wood. I mean, that just means more usage for Doncic, Dinwiddie, and Hardaway. Dinwiddie has delivered 18-plus points in 5 straight games. He's had 33 in the last game versus the Wizards here, a little bit of revenge spot here. And then shout out to my guy, Tom Miggins, in the chat. Put me on this one earlier in the day. Kyle Kuzma, double-double, plus 185. Levels play of the day. He's had 3 straight double-doubles coming in tonight's game with no Porzingis. Gets a great front court matchup versus the Mavericks. But I got to rock with my guy. They finally put it up on the book on FanDuel. This is the Lake Charles special. We're going back to Dwight Powell, double-double tonight. 12-1 odds. This one's going to get you paid, man. I got to auto bet this one. This is the Lake Charles special. Last year around this time, sitting at breakfast with the guys down there in Lake Charles, and I was like, hey, Dwight Powell's about to get a double-double today. Motherfuckers just looking at me like, Dwight, who? And went in there, cashed a double-double, and this is the spot tonight, man. His minute production hasn't really been the most impressive, but he's going to be starting this game versus Gafford. And if Gafford gets 20 to 25 to 35 minutes and Dwight Powell is the corresponding 30 minutes or 25 to 30 minutes, I think he squeaks out the double-double here, and we're getting 12-1 odds on FanDuel. This is the whale play of the day. This one's going to get us paid for the month right here.
I dig it. Slow jams and our guy Star Child showing some Luka love. They on these Mavs, man. And God damn it. This is why I don't even want to talk about this basketball game. Mavs first quarter, first half. It's going to come around. I'm like, not again, motherfucker. Not again. It's Derl. How are we feeling about this one, my guy?
Okay, so this is me thinking from a narrative perspective and outside of basketball, right? Whenever you have a team and there's a trade that happens, there's always a bunch of discourse happening within that locker room. There's always a bunch of things, in my opinion, that can distract you from the game, because there are some players who want to be off that team that are still there. And I think that sometimes those things can distract you and have you overlook games. And I think that's the problem that we have with the Wizards tonight. I really do. And with the Mavericks being in a position to where they really need to get a dub right now, this is a good time to where you got blood in the water, man. You can smell that shit, and you hunt out that bait and you attack. I honestly feel that way. So whenever you have this trade, and I like Rui, but Rui wanted to be out of there, right? So I'm not sure if this really elevates the team or if it distracts it. But in either way, you've got something to talk about more than the actual game you're playing. That's the way I feel about this. In their last game, man, first quarter, 38-24, right? Wizards are still number 1 in the league. Sometimes, man, you just got to keep going back to the well in first quarter overs. This is set really low at 55.5 points. And so do I think that this score could be 26-30? And you know that the Mavs need to come off to a fresh start? I do believe so. So I do like the first quarter over. I haven't stepped on it yet, but I'm probably going to get there. And I do like the Mavs first quarter because they have to come out hot. Something has to change. And when you got a team who's a little distracted here, I'm telling you right now, this is the perfect time to get them early. And maybe when these boys realize, oh, we got a game to play, then you see that shift happen in the second quarter, and then you make your adjustments and what have you. And then in the second half, it's just any person's game here. Dallas should come out on fire here. You see the lines moved up, so not really much money is coming in on the Washington Wizards. And I just honestly believe it's just one of these things to where there's more to the game than the game itself. And so when you got trades and things like that happening, it's crazy. It's crazy. You could have your head out of the game. You could have people who wanted to get traded and they're still there and they're still playing. So you never know. So I wouldn't want to bet on a team like that at that current state. So I do like Dallas minus 2.5 early. And I do like that over. I might get there really on the Mavs first quarter first and leave that over alone, because On the flip side, the Mavs haven't been shooting the best ball. We need Reggie Bullock to make those shots early. We need Dinwiddie to make these shots early. It's personal also. Remember, these two teams, there's been trades in between these two teams. So it's very, very personal between the two. So I'm saying all that to say I do like that over in the first quarter. Probably might not get there, but I definitely like Mavericks -2.5 first quarter.
I dig it. Shout out to our guy Razor Sharp Picks. Good to see you in the building, my guy.
Razor, what's up, brother?
Yeah, man. A lot of love for Kuzma in the chat. He did drop 36 on these boys most recently too, and he been feeling himself. So I haven't had anything that our boy Billy in the chat liking with Kuzma here. Yeah, man. I can't lie to you, guys. Someone in the chat did say they beat him 3 times in a row. My bad, I forgot your name. But yeah, they have beat Dallas 3 straight times. You're gonna give me 7 fucking points? I mean, KP the only motherfucker ain't playing. Rui ain't even really played that much. And I'm a fan of the guy. He's solid, but I don't know what the fuck these Lakers fans are drinking over there, bro.
They like whatever the Wizards has because we basically almost have the whole goddamn Wizards team.
Right.
Man.
I mean, when you look at
they say, is they a playoff team now? Is he changed? Who the fuck is this guy? Like they got him on the front of next to LeBron and shit. Like I'm like, oh man, him, LeBron, and AD. I'm like, AD ain't even playing. First of all, they forgot. Bro, I'm like this motherfucker. Laker fans, I'm sorry, man. This shit. Like, come on, man. Y'all better make some moves. Go get Doug McDermott. Go get Dougie boy, because y'all need some shooters. All right, you need some shooters.
Awful.
But yeah, man, I think this basketball game ain't no way I'm laying a touchdown with the Dallas Mavericks from what I've seen. Get right spot, yes, I agree. Revenge spot, double revenge, triple revenge spot. Still, I do not trust the Dallas Mavericks. I've lost too much money on them this year. Luka busts their ass, bro. Luka does dirt the whole fucking game, and these boys still lose basketball games. It ain't right in Dallas. I got to see it before it happens. I mean, if you're getting 40-point triple-doubles and having a hard time winning the basketball game, it's fucked up. So now you take Wood off the team as well. Not a huge fan of that guy, but he does give them numbers. I think this roster is going to need to be looked at with Luka. It ain't it. And the Wizards, man, they've been playing good basketball, so you're going to give me 7. I strong lean to the Washington Wizards. Let's get to this next basketball game, a true bum fight. We got the Charlotte Hornets going into Phoenix, AZ. We got the Suns at a 6-point favorite here, a total of 227. 54% of the bets on the Hornets and 55% of the money. We got no LaMelo and no Martin. They are fresh off an 18-point loss last night to the Utah Jazz. And actually, the Suns fucked around and won 3 straight basketball games.
For real.
They lost for a whole month straight, so I didn't even, they have won 3 straight though, and they did. DeAndre Ayton is out tonight, no Shamet, and half the other motherfucking basketball teams been out. What we doing with this basketball game, is Derl?
Not a goddamn thing again. Yep. You best believe you gonna pass that shit, bro. We didn't even talk about it. We didn't even talk about this shit.
I thought this is a true bum fight right here.
No.
How you feel? What you got? 3 players in this game, Billy?
Man, we got 1 player in this game. Shit, swing me the weed. I'll smoke that shit.
I like the backwood, homie.
Let's not get cute, man. We were praying to the gods talking about this on the show for like a week. Dude, the Suns need a playmaker. Who the fuck is their point guard? Where are their point guard minutes going to? Well, god damn it, Chris Paul came back last game and they let the wheels off him last night. No, not last night, the other night. 38 minutes in his first game back against the Grizzlies. That was absolutely ridiculous. And Paul looked absolutely great. And it was a lot more extended minutes than I thought they were going to play him. And now we get a way better matchup against the Hornets, getting guarded by Dylan Brooks and John Morant versus Terry Rozier and Dennis Smith Jr. Chris Paul's about to go for a bucket tonight. Chris Paul double-double tonight. The Hornets allow the 4th most assists to opponents. So if that's the case, Chris Paul has the ball in his hand for the majority of the game here. Chris Paul's going to get a double-double tonight, plus 100.
CP3, yeah, I looked at the stat sheet the other night. It looked like he filled it up pretty well. Good to see CP3 back. I don't like that little motherfucker, but hey, we want to see competitive basketball. So I want to see the Suns at least have half of their roster out there. But yeah, we did touch on that. They had nobody distributing basketball, and we see our guy Marquise Willis right with you there, liking over 8 assists with CP3 and Bridges over 15 points. If he's knocking down that corner 3, 15s, easy. Our guy
AOD saying in the chat though, Bismack revenge spot. You know, he got drafted in the lottery by the Hornets. Revenge spot, no DA. Hey, man.
Bismack, hey, he gonna fill up the sheet. Huh? He gonna be blocking and do, flexing on him. The old school big thing. I like it. Let's get a little Bismack Biombo props action. If his shit is even on the board, man. Hey, now he should be though at some spots. If you want to bet, they'll allow some spots. All right, yeah, it's a backward for me though. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like this motherfucking basketball game. But CP3 does sound pretty nice to me. All right, let's get to the last basketball game. We're going to LA. It's La La Land. We got the LA Clippers going in right into their stadium as a visitor to the LA Lakers. We still have a line of the Lakers getting 5 points as a home team here. A total of 230. 68% of the bets on the Los Angeles Lakers, and 75% of the money following up with the LA Lakers. We have no Luke Kennard, no John Wall for the Clippers. And the Clippers have fucked around and won two straight basketball games, most recently against the Dallas Mavericks, as we touched on earlier. Now, the Lakers, on the other hand, fresh off the new trade, they got Rui Hachimura in the building. He will not play tonight, though. And, of course, the big news is, I don't know if it's big news. This motherfucker questionable every other night, if not every goddamn night. LBJ is questionable. You expect him to play because he loves to play basketball. So I'll be surprised if he sits here against the Lakers. However, they do play San Antonio tomorrow. So does he want to sit tonight and fuck around and drop 40, 10, and 10 on these boys tomorrow? Easy. I don't know. Maybe. But the Lakers have won back-to-back basketball games with most recently the Portland Trailblazers in a impressive comeback win, third and fourth quarter there. And then obviously a tough basketball game where Shannon Sharp and the Lakers came out over the Memphis Grizzlies. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but they do have the Spurs on deck. Tough basketball game. The Battle of LA. It's Derl. How we feeling, my guy?
Okay, so hear me out on this, man. Lakers been playing some good ball recently. One thing I've already stepped on is Lakers first quarter money line at plus money. I do like that. They're one of the higher scoring teams as of late in the first quarter, and they've been covering these first quarter spreads. But I just think they can come out and beat the Clippers outright in the first quarter. I really do. Now, the Clippers themselves are 1-9 in their last 10 in first half spreads. First half spreads, right? So even the Lakers' first half might be maybe a good play, maybe. But the problem is this. With the last game, man, I watched that Laker-Portland game. They blew Portland out in first quarter and scored 13 points in the second quarter, bro. I turned the game off. It was like 48-71. And then they turn around and win that game. They win the fucking game outright against Portland. So I said, what will probably be the better play? And where I seem to think the better play is, honestly, is with the Lakers in the first quarter. So this is more of a gut play for me here. I know a lot of people might look at that first half and see how bad the Clippers are in the first half. If they are bad in the first half altogether as a team, then I can feel confident that the Lakers can at least come out and give them a run for their money and win that first quarter. So Lakers first quarter money line, it's at plus money. I got it at 133. I think that this one here is a good spot for them to get right.
I dig it. A lot of love for backing the Lakers here with some stats coming in from our guy LJ. Good to see you, my man. Hope all is well there in the H-Town, and picks from Dave as well. Both some strong stats backing the Lakers here. Yeah, man. It's no protein, no motherfucking profit. Make sure you get your protein.
Razor ain't right, man.
Especially you, motherfucking Picks and Dave. I know you're you get more alcohol grams than fucking protein. God damn it, shit don't even out, motherfucker. But yeah, Billy Briz, what you think about the Laker Clipper game, my guy?
Keeping it being with you. I know we're not supposed to back with TNT games, but this is my least favorite betting game of the whole entire slate. I mean, like the historical advantage. I can't put the Lakers in my pocket with the Clippers' historical advantage. And to be honest with you, they won both of those games without Kawhi, and the Lakers had AD for both of those games. It's like, man, what are we really doing here? Why is all this money coming in on the Lakers, man? I'm just not going to get myself involved in this one. Even if I have a good night, I'm going to take my ass over to the online casino before I play the Lakers or the Clippers game tonight, man. Back with this bitch.
All right. Yeah.
That's cold, man. That's cold.
Yeah, man. This to me, I think, man, the Clippers have had their way with them, but everything does kind of lean towards the Lakers here. But man, you best believe LBJ got to be suiting up if I'm on the Lakers. I don't like that they do have San Antonio on deck, and obviously missing some key pieces as well. This is we got some Patrick Beverly love in the chat saying this is a revenge game as well. He'll be out there talking his shit. But yeah, man, I think if LBJ gets out there, you can give me a nickel. I could probably only look the Lakers here, but man, I'm thinking PG, Kawhi, and these boys. Like, I'm kind of with Billy there. Like, they realistically, like, they should smack these motherfuckers around. But the Lakers have been playing better basketball of late. I kind of, I'm agreeing with a lot of strong points there from our guys, Derl too. It's a tough basketball game for me. I do want to have action on this basketball game for some reason, though. I just do. It's going to be that 7:30 funk. I have a feeling I'll have something on this game, but I need to know if LBJ will be out there. And then what's hesitated me with that is obviously the Spurs on deck, or else I believe he would be for sure. Shout out to Brothers and Bets in the building. I see you, my guy. Good to see you.
Nah, man. LBJ is gonna play tonight, though. I mean, tonight's a
ain't no way
game,
Clippers,
and
right?
tomorrow's gonna be what? A game that's only gonna be played on the 100 people that live in San Antonio that are gonna probably watch the game. Like,
they're gonna.
And the line is saying that he's playing. I don't think the line will move too much either, so I'm not really too worried about waiting. I'm not in a hurry for anything when it comes to the NBA anymore. I ain't lying.
Man, you right. You right.
Shout out
you
to
right.
our guy Gabby Cab in the building. I see you, my guy.
I think he definitely does play, man. But honestly, the reason why I like the Lakers, just in their most recent body of work, overall in the first quarter, these guys are scoring 28 points, right? But in their last 5, it's up to 33, bro. They're averaging almost 34 points in their last 5. And just to put that into perspective, the Clippers defense on the season allowing 27 points, but in their last 5, they're allowing 31 points. So the defense is going up on as far as what they're allowing on the Clippers side, and the Lakers are just putting up boatloads of points in the first quarter. So I just think this is a good spot for them.
I don't know, though, man. I feel like even though they did beat the Grizzlies, and that was like their last good win. Every time they play against a good basketball team, everyone gets up on the Lakers. They're like, yeah, I'm throwing a little bit of Lakers money line in my pocket, and then they end up getting fucking smacked. Like when they played the Kings last week, everybody was rocking with the Lakers every day. The Kings, they lost. And then I remember when they played against Philly, they lost. And when they played against the Rockets, dude, I was fucking praying to fucking God that the Lakers didn't fuck up my parlay at the end of the night. And it's against the Houston fucking Rockets, man. It's just like I think there's a lot of recency bias baked into this line with their recent 2 performances. Like, why is this line the same exact line as the Philadelphia game? I think the Clippers are I think the Sixers are 1,000 times better than the Clippers, and it's 5.5. I think if anything, the Lakers should be 7 or 8 point favorites here in this spot.
Mm-hmm.
Elliot V, I see you, my guy. Good to see you. You got something, Daryl?
No. I mean, that line has showed that people are liking the Blazers. I mean, it was at 3.5, and now you got it at 5. So if maybe that is preparing it for chance, if Bron sits by chance, then maybe that's worked into the number already. But it is showing that a lot of people are on the Clippers. Can't knock anybody off the full game at all. But it's just with me right now, I just think the best advantage is that first quarter.
I see you. Blackthorn in the building says, no way, LBJ, don't play. Good to see you, my guy. Let's run it the fuck up. Nunya, as always, good to see you as well. Viper, everybody right now, let's hit this like button. We're about to pay the motherfucking bills. Vic, roll the clip. Yeah, man. If you want to get fresh and clean, be sure to go to manscaped.com. Use the word pub sports. Get you 20% off Manscaped from head to toe. Be sure to use the password or Pub Sports Radio as the promo code, 20% off. And then if you are in the San Antonio area, be sure to drop the fuck into Southtown 101. Karaoke, live DJs, parking lot pimping, open bar, great bar food. I mean, it's the place to motherfucking be if you're in San Antonio, Texas. So if you are in the area, please do me a favor and stop in to Southtown 101. Give a shout out to the Donnas, the Pub Sports Radio, our guy Jeff Slaughter. Maybe even little motherfucker, hey, Jose running around that bitch. And the Ice Man Vic on the ones and twos. Don't be shy. Go to the essay. And we do got some shit going down. I believe it's Pub-Palooza 2, I believe, coming through in March. So be sure to check in that and follow all things Pub Sports Radio if you want to vibe out with the motherfucking fellas. All right, let's get to it. We got to get to the bag. It's Derl. Let's start with you today. Let's switch it the fuck up a little bit. What we doing here, man? How we get to the bag, my guy?
So I do like the plays that I gave out, but probably the best one is just going to go with it just seems to work, and that is the Bulls first quarter against the Pacers here. So I'm going to go Bulls first quarter at -0.5. I think that's good money there. That's my best play.
I dig it. Let's go. Billy Briz. How we get to the bag, my guy?
I know it's an NBA show, but I got to give you guys for the top play today, the one I have my most money on for tonight, and it's Georgetown money line over DePaul. We got the word in. We got the call this morning. Georgetown's going to win this ball game tonight. There should be some riggery going on tonight. So we're taking Georgetown plus the 106. That's going to be the top play of the day. And NBA-wise, whale play of the day, we're going Dwight Powell, double-double, 12-1 odds. And we'll give out best bet as Zach LaVine over 25.5 points. I mean, Pacers allow most points to shooting guard position. Don't bet the side, take the prop.
Give you a motherfucking three-piece, including the Hoyas. Yeah, Georgetown. I miss the old school G-Town gear. Used to rep that shit all the time. Back in the day. Was nothing like
I'll give you the real chance, Brown, man. If I have the most money on a ticket, I'm going to give you that play as the top play, not an NBA play, man. I mean, I'm telling you, Georgetown, man, we got the call early this morning. The game got some rigatoni going on. We about to cash big on Georgetown tonight. I'm letting the fellas know.
I dig it, man. Hell yeah. Get that money, man. College hoops, NBA, whatever y'all want to get out here to get to the bag, we're going to take it, man. We're going to take it. Believe that. Shout out to our guy Nunya with the Puff Sports Radio fan. Was able to cop a dream car of mine today. Thanks for 2 winnings from capping games with all of you guys. 1990 Lexus. Yeah, man. Classic, man. Yeah, LS 400 gang. Good shit, my guy. Keep it up. Always like to hear the positive shit like that. We appreciate the kind words and the dono.
Appreciate it, man.
Come through in the Lexo. Get him, my guy. Get him. No, my thing gotta be the Cavaliers, man. I like the Cavaliers here.
Yeah.
Hadn't placed a bet yet. I will fire this away. All I can see right now was 3.5, so I'm gonna buy that down to -120. Shop around. I like the Cavs though. We talked about it. I think they handle business in New York. Obviously no Mitchell, and I think that backcourt. Mitchell Robinson. Obviously having Donovan Mitchell back. Garland and the crew. J.A. back in Madison Square Garden. I believe these boys will handle business. -3, -120. It's good money. Before we get up out of here, let's let our guy Billy Briz. What else we got going? I know you got a lot going today with the Hoyas. You better go get that. You better go find that. I used to have the old school Lonzo, the 33. Woo! The Lonzo morning jersey. That shit was clean. It got me thinking about that right now.
Guy. I'm more of an AI guy, but
I didn't have an AI though. If I had it, I would have liked it. I didn't have it.
You don't remember the AI?
God damn it!
Reebok question mark Johns. Those were the shit, man. When I was a kid.
The AI. That would probably be the dopest one. There you go. I rocked a lot of question shoes back in the day, though. That's for sure. I was loving the AI shoes, but not really the jerseys. But that would have been the dope. That would have been a dope jersey. I ain't gonna lie. They had a Georgetown AI one. I didn't have that one though. But I would never rock the Sixers jersey.
Have the NBA on the front with the NFL on the back, man. He's legendary, man. Pop culture.
That sounds pretty gangster. All right, my guy. Let's go here, Derl. What we got going for the rest of the week? I know you're gonna be breaking it down. Long-winded Wednesday.
Long-winded Wednesdays. No, I'm gonna have the day off on tomorrow. So I'll be back on Thursday. With you guys. with ski. So yeah, day off tomorrow, man, and get back with it on Thursday.
I dig it. I dig it. Shout out to Abel. He says the Hoyas suck. Well, hopefully not tonight, my guy. But yeah, they ain't what I used to mean. Georgetown used to be, they used to be that. They used to be that. That's for sure. But yeah, shout out to our guy Abel. Say bringing back some Kush to the LV too. Get that Cali Kush, my guy. You know what's up. Mo Harris in the building. I see you. But yeah, man. Be sure to follow our guy. It's Derl. On all social media outlets, as well as our guy, Billy Briz. You can find him right here on Puff Sports Radio throughout the week at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. out here on the Fresh Shot. Everyone in the chat, appreciate y'all holding us down. Be sure to check out our guy, Razor Sharp's Scramblers First Glance. I don't know if he dropped it in the chat. I believe he has one. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But every one of y'all, we appreciate y'all. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Yo, stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah.